Today I fucked up because I rejected the help of two girls, who offered to carry my packages to my home with me. Today I had to get 4 small and 1 very big Amazon packages from the local post office. The girls around my age who waited in line behind me saw me struggling to lift all of those packages, and it was clear to them I didn't have a car to get them home. So one of them offered to carry the big one and bring it to my home with me together with her friend. But for some unexplainable reason I rejected that offer. Thanks, but I'm fine, I can do it by myself, I don't live far away anyways. She even replied they weren't busy today and could easily take the time, but I kept rejecting. Why? So I lifted all 5 packages and left the post office. The second I went out the door I felt the strong urge to accept the offer, but I kept going home. What makes this much worse is that I moved into this town 5 years ago after graduation and I haven't met a single person here yet. All my contacts consist of online contact to my old friends 4 hours away from here, but mostly I'm just all by myself. I was out with friends a lot before moving, so actually I enjoy company. Too long didn't read. Today I may have missed a huge chance to end my loneliness in this town. It's like the universe is throwing opportunities towards me to meet new people / friends / a girlfriend, and I keep messing up those situations. She would most likely run away with it, bro. Classic scam. I'm 100% sure they weren't going to steal it. They both seemed like Elisa Simpson to me. Oh, I've seen this video before. Such a huge package you have there. Are you sure you don't want our help handling it? She was even going to carry it for you. Holy fuck, that was not a woman, that was a unicorn. As someone who struggles with making friends and reflects on social situations too much, this hits me right in the feels. Hopefully you run into them again soon in your area, and you can bring up the post office as a jumping off point for conversation. Sounds like some shit I'd do, tbh. Today I fucked up by ripping blood vessels out of my chest, NSFW. I'm an avid skin picker. Ever since I was a kid I couldn't stop picking at myself, scabs, acne, ingrowns, random bumps. For the most part, it's been a fairly benign addiction. I could usually stop myself before causing any real harm, and the extent of serious injuries caused was some scarring on my legs. Today, it ended up landing me in urgent care. Last week, during an especially rigorous go at my skin, it came to my attention that there was a tiny, red, slightly raised dot on my chest. Cancer? Blood blister? Pimple? We were gonna find out. I went after that sucker, trying to pop and push and pull. I ended up with a little, bloody crater and some mangled skin. Very unsatisfying. I left it for another day. Fast forward to the present, and that tiny red dot had, in its healing process, enlarged to a purple/red circular growth the size of a small marble. The worst part was it was attached not at the full diameter mark, but tapered a bit, creating a sort of squat stem of flesh rooting it in place. Anytime I bumped it, it got sore, and having this huge growth was driving me crazy. It really felt like if I just pulled it hard enough, it would come loose. Cue the today I fucked up. I sat myself in the bathroom, got a firm grip on it, and began slowly increasing force. I could see the edges of the stem starting to stretch and break. This was it, the promised land. Freedom from the bump. I gave it one last, fierce pull, and all hell broke loose. Chunk of the growth dramatically tore away from the base, instantly becoming wrinkly, gray and deflated. Blood gushed from the wound, streaming down my chest and onto my pants. In a panic, I tossed the dead flesh into the trash and grabbed a handful of toilet paper. It was soaked almost on contact. Grabbed a rag and tried to apply pressure, but the moment I let up it would start gushing again. By this time I was pretty freaked out. It didn't hurt necessarily, but watching all that blood soak through the rag was alarming. It took me 10 more minutes of failed self-nursing to decide to head to urgent care. Turns out it was a cherry angioma, which is basically a tight ball of blood vessels. My first assault had caused the vessels to swell, resulting in enlargement. The nurse was shocked that I would tear it off. Ended up with 2 shots directly to the wound, the doctor carving out the rest of the angioma and nearly requiring cauterization. But hey, I read that it costs upwards of $100 to get it professionally removed, and all mine cost was a tiny scar and $20. I'd call that a win. Seriously though, don't do this lol. Too long didn't read. Picked at a cherry angioma until it swole, tore it off myself and caused massive bleeding. This is a cursed post, dude. Glad you're okay, maybe look into treating your compulsive picking. Reading this made me realize that if I ever picked to this point I would probably pass out and die. The sudden loss of control would make me faint. I have dermatillomania too and oof, this hit home. I'm gonna go pick my face now, I'm stressed. Yes, I am very glad you are okay and thank you for this cautionary tale. Sorry dude, didn't mean to set you off. It's like yawning for skin pickers, haha. Every time I see a popping or plucking video I feel the urge come on. I actually feel lightheaded after reading this. Cue the today I fucked up. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. I have cold sweats and my stomach hurts, fuck. Today I fucked up by running while pregnant. This actually did happen today. It was the first nice day out lately that I didn't have to work, so I thought I'd treat myself to a nice jog around the neighborhood. I had also treated myself to a large Starbucks drink earlier because I had some other stress going on in my life, so I decided I deserved it. I start running and a mile in I feel pressure in my abdomen. I'm also wearing a pregnancy brace/belt thing for the first time, so I think maybe that is too snug. I take a walking break and decide I'll also try to go to the bathroom at these nice new bathrooms at the park. They're all locked up. Thanks, COVID. But luckily there is a restroom free of any germs available. JK, it's a porta potty. I readjust the belt, pee, and all seems to be well. I continue on my run, circling back towards home. Right as I hit the 2-mile mark I decide that's probably good for today and I start to walk. Cue abdomen pressure again, but this time worse. I try to maintain a speedy walking pace to get home, but I'm almost doubled over in pain. I am taking deep breaths, sweating, but now not from the run. I feel a slight release of pressure as my bowels bubble. That Starbucks drink might not have been the greatest idea after all. I realize immediately that I have to poop. Now I'm still walking home, taking deep breaths and holding my pelvis as I waddle. I have to stop a few times to give my sphincter an extra squeeze. I'm cutting through yards and woods now to get home faster. I briefly contemplate letting my arsehole explode right there in the trees. Then the thought occurs to me. I'm wearing maternity leggings with this brace/belt on top of it, then my running top pulled down over that, plus a light long-sleeved shirt. I can't even quickly drop true in this scenario. I strip my long-sleeved shirt in preparation as I duck walk closer to my destination. My front door is in sight, thank the gods. I'm going to make it. But my sphincter betrays me. Just a handful of yards from my door my poor anus relaxed for a fraction of a second, releasing the stranglehold on a most vicious storm of mud butt. I actually crapped my pants. Luckily I was able to reclench, bursting my way through the door and pounded my way to the bathroom just in time to release the rest of the horror into the toilet and clean myself up. To top it all off, my WFH husband said he, and possibly his boss through Zoom, was able to hear my ass explosion even through the closed bathroom door and the fan. Wonderful. Too long didn't read, went for a run while pregnant and after drinking Starbucks. Shat my pants before making it home. Edit, a few words for clarity. That's hilarious. It's funny how the sphincter seems to have a Pavlovian response to the front door and relaxes a bit too soon. I used to go the whole day without peeing at school, but damn if my bladder didn't love the sound of me unlocking the front door. There was quite a few times I did not think I was going to make it the whole way to the bathroom. If anybody gets a pass, it's the pregnant lady who pooped her pants. Best of luck in your future coffee endeavors. NGL. I expected this to actually be I went for a run while pregnant and accidentally caused the baby to happen. I'm glad that wasn't it. She's only half-baked. Pretty sure there is an archaic law in the UK that permits a pregnant woman to use anyone's toilet if they ask. Oh my god, this had me cackling, but also I really hope you are okay! Exclamation mark. My mother told the story for years of when she was 9 months pregnant with my brother and she got a case of food poisoning. You'll probably be able to share this delightful story with the baby one day. You made me clean shit before you were born.